Alice, a young homeless girl, crosses paths with a wealthy young man, igniting intense feelings between them. However, the true challenge arises when their love faces the barriers imposed by social conventions. Will the power of love be able to overcome these adversities? Hello, my friends. I am Linda, and this is Linda's Love Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. Alice was a remarkable young woman. Her vibrant and extroverted personality radiated a contagious energy, opening paths wherever she went. Despite not having a home, Alice managed to survive with her determination and resilient spirit. With her captivating manner, Alice had a vast network of contacts in the city's businesses. People simply loved being around her. She would visit local restaurants, looking for a chance to work as a dishwasher in case someone was absent that day. In return, Alice received a meal or some coins to help with expenses. Her friendliness also earned her friendship with the staff that operated 24 hours a day. They not only allowed her to use their facilities to take, but even offered her a place to rest in the staff room. At a renowned hotel in the city, Alice cultivated a special relationship with the housekeepers. They knew that clothes were occasionally left behind by guests and intended for donation. Generously, they set aside some pieces to give to Alice, ensuring she could have a bit more comfort in her life devoid of luxuries. Alice was a true master in the art of survival. For as long as she could remember, she had lived on the streets, facing daily challenges with courage and perseverance. She kept distant memories of when her mother was still alive. Together, they travelled through different cities in search of work opportunities, struggling to stay afloat. As she walked the streets, Alice carried with her the hope that one day she would find a permanent home, a place where she could enjoy safety and stability. Despite not having a permanent home, Alice always found a place to spend the night. On that particular night, she had made an agreement with the gym staff to spend the night in the comfortable staff room on the cozy sofa. She took the opportunity to shower in the spacious locker rooms available at the gym. The gym was located in an upscale neighbourhood in the city and was mainly frequented by young people from the region. During the early hours, seldom did anyone show up. On that night, Alice felt calm and safe. Upon leaving the locker room, feeling invigorated after her shower, she accidentally bumped into one of the gym's students. It was a surprise to find him there at that hour. The young man was extraordinarily handsome and with a friendly smile apologised for the incident. Alice, somewhat awkward and fearing she might be discovered, simply nodded and was about to go on her way when the young man struck up a conversation with her. "You've been coming to this gym for a while. I've never seen you here before," asked the curious young man. "I come some nights," Alice replied honestly, without going into much detail. The young man, named Caesar, extended his hand to greet her. Alice promptly gave her name and returned the handshake. From the start, there was a certain chemistry between them, as if a special connection was forming. Caesar seemed genuinely interested in talking to Alice, revealing that he usually didn't go to the gym at that hour. That night, he was restless and having trouble sleeping, because he had an important work commitment the next day that made him nervous. The two continued talking for a long time, engrossed in the exchange of words and ideas. Alice revealed her wit, intelligence and sharpness, captivating Caesar's attention even more. Besides her physical beauty, there was something magnetic about her personality that made her even more attractive. On that unexpected night, Alice found a moment of genuine connection, a break from her difficult and uncertain reality. And Caesar, in turn, discovered an intriguing and inspiring presence amidst his worries and responsibilities. Both found themselves enveloped in a unique atmosphere, where their personalities intertwined in a special way. After hours of conversation, Caesar was truly enchanted by Alice. He felt drawn to the cheerful young woman, full of stories and captivating personality. Unaware of the harsh reality Alice faced, Caesar was eager to see her again. Caesar invited Alice for coffee in the late afternoon the following day, at a place near the gym. He was anxious to spend more time with the captivating young woman and learn more about her life and experiences. Alice, in turn, felt equally charmed by Caesar and decided to accept the invitation, eagerly anticipating their next meeting. The coffee date was magical, with no end to the conversation between Alice and Caesar. After enjoying their hot drinks, they decided to take a walk through the streets, exploring the lively atmosphere of the area. As they passed by shops, everyone waved and greeted Alice with affection and familiarity. She was well known and beloved by the people in the area. Caesar was impressed by the number of people who knew Alice and how they showed affection for her. This only reinforced his admiration for the mysterious young woman by his side. As they walked, Caesar shared a bit about his successful career as an employee of an insurance brokerage. He led a sales team and played an important role in the company. Alice, on the other hand, possessed extensive knowledge about various subjects and could talk fluently about any topic. When the conversation turned to her personal life, she skillfully evaded, maintaining an air of mystery around her. When Caesar asked about her job, Alice responded enigmatically, "I have worked in various fields, but at the moment I am seeking my place." At the end of that memorable meeting, Caesar extended another special invitation to Alice. "I have an important event from my company. It will be a gala party. I would love for you to accompany me. Will you accept?" Alice, caught up in the excitement of the moment, didn't even remember her current situation, lacking an appropriate dress or financial resources to acquire one. However, the charm of the invitation moved her deeply, and she accepted without hesitation. Cupid seemed to have shot his accurate arrows at these two young people. They were wrapped in a special connection that transcended the barriers of reality and the challenges they faced individually. The much-anticipated day of Caesar's event arrived, and Alice still did not have an appropriate dress for the occasion. Her maid friends at the hotel, aware of her situation, had a solution for her. They knew that the hotel's laundry received many dresses that were sometimes forgotten by guests. Surely they could find a dress that would fit Alice. With generosity and care, her friends arranged for her to choose from the available pieces. To complete the look, one of the friends lent Alice a pair of shoes. They also offered to do her makeup and a simple hairstyle, highlighting her natural beauty. Amidst the excitement and gratitude, Alice found herself ready for the event, wearing an elegant outfit and walking with confidence. She felt grateful to have such generous and supportive friends by her side. As Alice was friends with the hotel staff, they allowed her to wait in the reception area until César arrived. When he finally appeared to pick her up, he couldn't hide the enchanted look that took over his eyes. Alice was simply stunning. It was a beauty that emanated from her unique personality and reflected on her face. The sparkle in her eyes, the radiant smile, all of it left him enchanted. During the event, Alice became the center of attention. Her captivating and charismatic presence won over César's friends and colleagues. She mingled effortlessly among the conversation circles, engaging in lively discussions and creating bonds with everyone around her. Her ability to relate to and converse with people from different backgrounds and experiences was remarkable. Alice shared her fascinating stories, conveying emotion and enthusiasm with every word. Her intelligence and insight were evident, and everyone was fascinated by her ability to tackle any subject with confidence and genuine interest. At the end of the night, as the event was winding down, Alice received an unexpected proposal that could potentially change the course of her future. One of the company executives, deeply impressed by Alice's captivating presence and interpersonal skills, offered her a position as his personal assistant. The job offer came with the prospect of a stable monthly salary, something Alice had never experienced before. It was an opportunity that could open doors to a more secure and stable life, far from the uncertainties of the streets. That night became the realization of a dream for Alice. Caesar accompanied her back to the hotel, feeling the excitement pulsating in his heart. As they said goodbye, their eyes met, charged with the romantic atmosphere that had developed between them. In a moment of pure connection, they drew close and shared a passionate kiss that captured the intensity of their shared feelings. That kiss was the sincere expression of the affection and attraction that had blossomed between Alice and Caesar. It was a sweet moment, a sign that something special was developing between them. In that instant, the world around them disappeared. Upon returning to the hotel, Alice went straight to the back, where her maid friends awaited her eagerly to hear the stories of that magical night the young woman had experienced. With radiant smiles, they waited to hear all the details and share in Alice's joy. The next day was Alice's first day at her new job. Her friends, always attentive and supportive, provided some elegant clothes so that Alice could be well dressed for her new challenge. The day went better than Alice could have imagined. In no time, she became familiar with all her duties and performed her tasks with ease and skill. Despite the new job and promising prospects, Alice still faced the reality of not having a place to call home for that month, as she needed to wait to receive her first salary. The best option for her was to continue resorting to the gym, where she was welcomed by the staff and allowed to spend the night in the employee lounge. As the first month of work passed, Alice performed her duties as the executive assistant with dedication and commitment. She was anxious because she knew it would be her last night without a home. The next day, she would finally get the keys to the small apartment she had rented. Although modest, it was a much better place than anything Alice had experienced before. The relationship between Alice and Caesar continued to flourish. However, she had not yet revealed to the wealthy young man that she had no home and had grown up on the streets. They spent hours and hours together. Each meeting, every look exchanged, every gentle touch was laden with emotion. They found themselves in a state of enchantment, where the world around them seemed to disappear, leaving only space for each other's presence. They were two young people in love, immersed in a love that transcended differences. The time came when Alice felt it was time to reveal her true story to Caesar. She recognized that trust and transparency were fundamental for the growth of their relationship. Despite the fear and uncertainty, she knew it was important to share her journey with the person she loved. Sitting in a cozy place, she held Caesar's hands, looked deeply into his eyes, and began to speak. Her words were loaded with emotion and sincerity as she unfolded her life journey. After finishing telling her story, Alice watched Caesar's expression, waiting for his reaction. Instead of judgment or surprise, he showed compassion and love. Caesar gently caressed Alice's face and with a soft voice spoke of the pride he felt having her by his side. He assured Alice that nothing would change between them and that his love was unconditional. That night, Alice fell asleep in Caesar's arms, feeling loved, accepted and protected. She knew she had found a truly special life companion, someone who understood and loved her, no matter the adversities they faced together. Alice found a home in her new apartment, a place where she could take refuge and reconnect with herself. Throughout her journey, Alice experienced the power of kindness, generosity, and compassion. She met people who extended a hand to help her. Valuing people, their stories, and their journeys is an act of humanity and respect. After all, the true value of a person lies in their character, courage, and resilience, not in their position in society. If you enjoyed, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment with a number from 1 to 5 to let us know how much you liked the story. Also, watch the video that is currently on your screen. See you soon.